Alright guys, we're on the tail end of the series right now with Gears of War 5, getting to what I would consider to be one of the best playing games in the series, and low-key, maybe one of my favorite games of the whole series in general. That might be a hot take for some, but I actually really like the gameplay and the gameplay mechanics that this game introduces in this part of the series. I think only Gears of War 3 is tied with this game as far as fighting different types of enemies and how you can evolve the combat and how the combat has to be shaped around your decisions. Because I think there, when you fought like drudges, you had to plan accordingly because they can mutate and evolve, and it kind of would change how you'd have to fight your enemies. In this game, it's a little bit different. You're given a lot more tools to fight against your enemies, and you're expected to use them tactically. You're expected to play smarter. The enemies are, in general, much smarter anyways, so I'm really excited to play this game. I've actually been wanting to play this for the longest time. So Gears of War 4 ended on a cliffhanger with Kate revealing that her mom's medallion that she was given was actually a locust symbol on the other side, and it's alluded that Kate's mom's mom, her grandma, is actually Mira. The timeline doesn't really work for me. I kind of forget how it's explained in this game, and I'm sure we'll cover that once we get further into this game's story. But yeah, Kate has serious ties to the Locust Army and the Locust Horde, especially to Mira. In the last game, the Locusts are re-emerging as a swarm. The swarm are abducting humans and transforming them into swarm drones, and they're integrating them into their swarm army. The Locust drones that survive the emulsion countermeasure are just now scions. They are the leaders and ruling class of the swarm army as well. The swarm is now also a hive mind. They're less individuals and more obeying the commands of a central intelligence that we did kind of see in the last game. It was, Kate's mom being transformed to that central intelligence. And again, we're going to get more payoff in this game for more of what happened at the end of that game. I know that a lot of people don't like Gears 4 and 5 for whatever reason. They dislike Kate and Del and JD. I think they think they are too disrespectful to the older generation of Gears, especially Delta Squad. They seem to know it all and matter of fact, and I like to chalk that up to maybe it being because they didn't have to live through the Locust War and even the Pendulum Wars. They've kind of had a very sheltered life, and when you're when it's like millennials and Gen Z, everyone thinks they know better, and everyone's always telling the other person you have no idea how hard you've had it or how easy you got it. It can kind of be more like that, dynamic in this game, especially. I know their dialogue in the last game, they had some good banter in the last game. I won't lie about that. Their banter in the last game was pretty solid. Some lines didn't really work for me. I think they joke a little too much about what they're doing, or they just make comments that don't really add anything to the story. Especially Del. Del just likes to talk, and he just likes to, add weird comments. Not even, filler dialogue. It's just, he likes just to add little anecdotes as far as what's happening in the game, but it has, nothing to do with what you're actually doing. He just likes to comment on what he personally thinks about what's going on, if that's supposed to relate to the players. But at this point in the series, the generation that's playing this game right now is probably the older generation. I don't think Gears 4 and 5 appeals to the younger crowd. This ideally is a game you're jumping into with seasoned players, and that humor might land with some of them, but it also might turn off a lot of other people from this game. I was looking at reviews for this game, and some people say that maybe they dislike this game because you also play as Kate the majority of the time. There's some sort of weird misogynistic angle where, Gears is a guy's game, women don't belong in this game. And we touched about this in the last playthrough too in Gears 4, that I don't think that's ever been a thing for Gears 5, where women don't have any place in this game. A lot of the catalysts for this game's series as a whole revolves around women, and some of the biggest story beats and the plot points of these games have to do with women in some form or fashion. Marcus's relationship with his mom and Anya, they play big roles as far as how his life has been shaped. Dom from the first 3 games, his whole freaking story is about him just looking for his wife, and him just basing his whole life around trying to find her and trying to rescue her from the Locust. And even in this game, Gears 4 and 5, you know, we touched on it last playthrough as well in Gears 4. Marcus he dedicated his whole life to Anya and to being a, a loving father, or trying to be a loving father to JD, but, things have obviously turned out not the way that he wanted to, or not the way that he would have wanted it to play out. And yeah, I mean, the women part, I don't really care about. I don't care who's the main lead of the story. If it's Kate, if it's James, if it's Marcus, I mean, if you have a compelling story to tell, then I don't care who's the lead. As long as the story is compelling and as long as the story is relevant, I don't want you to be the lead of the story if it has nothing to do with you. It would be odd if the lead for this story was, like, Dell, per se, and then, like, all the cool stuff is happening with JD and Kate, and Dell is just kind of along for the ride. That would make a lot less sense. So I'm glad that the main story is revolving around JD for some of it, and then JD for some of it, and then Kate for most of it. Because, again, it's kind of like we're leading off from Gears 4 to 5 with JD, how his kind of character arc comes full circle. In the last game, he was a little, uppity with Marcus and Delta Squad. He didn't think that he owed anybody loyalty, or he didn't really feel like he had a lot of responsibilities. He says that he became disillusioned with the COG military, and then him and Dell decided to go AWOL and join the Outsiders, and, not become rebel fighters, but they decided to become, I don't know how to explain it, like, they just become disillusioned with the COG military. It doesn't really explain why they left the COG in this game. It'll touch on it a little bit more, and we'll give a clearer sense as to why they really did leave. But, something about what they were doing in the military didn't jive with them, and they just wanted out. And according to Baird, he's the reason why they didn't actually end up going to prison with all that time. And he's, been keeping them, under wraps. He's been trying his best to look after Dell and, to a bigger extent, James. So I'm glad, they are at least looking out for the kids. So we're going to touch base with a lot of stuff. A lot of the stuff that was mentioned in the last game, a lot of that's going to get expanded in this game. I'm hoping people don't dislike this game because they don't want to play as a woman. I hope that's not a thing. I'm just hoping that they just like the game, because maybe the story points don't really hit home with some people, or maybe they just, like, think that the story just isn't worth telling. I don't think that's anything of the above. Most of the reviews I've been seeing online have really just been hitting on the fact that you're just playing as Kate. Kate's a new character, and they don't want to play as a girl. Who cares, right? As long as it's a good story, that's all we really care about. So, let's jump in. This game also introduced a lot of cool customization options, and I think this is one of the few games in the entire series that had a lot of weird cross-promotion. They had stuff with, like, Terminator Dark Fate, they had stuff with, like, the WWE, they had stuff with Halo, which was always really cool. I never realized that they would actually do stuff like that. Oh, a good plan, violently executed, execute 100 rejects. Any emote, I don't even know. I got an achievement just now for just turning on the game. Campaign, original campaign and Hivebusters. We might actually do the Hivebusters DLC, because that's actually relevant to what might be the possible feature for this franchise when it keeps going, so we'll go there after we're done with the original. Original campaign, brand new game, or New Game Plus. I think New Game Plus offers, find a custom match or join your own. Can I host a private game? Do I get, like, creation lobbies, settings? No, you want to do the campaign. Oh, let's do it in campaign with New Game Plus, and then we can do it with, like, weird modifiers. Since this is going to be the last hurrah for this first-person shooter franchise until we get to E-Day, let's go here, settings, skins, campaign options, Iron Man mode. Okay, customizations for this stuff. Marcus as Batista overrides, voice actor and model changes. Do we want to have Marcus swapped out with Dave Batista? That's like a deep cut for the fan service for this game, because they always wanted to make a Gears of War movie or a TV show, And Dave Bautista, from like the get-go of like the first game, he's always said he's always wanted to voice Marcus and play Marcus in some sort of live-action adaptation. We're gonna say no. Let's keep it. I want to keep us at least grounded in the game somewhat, and it's if we see Batista in there, it's gonna throw us off. All active squad members use multiplayer skins. All active weapons use multiplayer skins. I think we're gonna have them all use the multiplayer skins because I think we have a lot of the Halo Reach weapon skins on, and that would be kind of cool. All active squad members use multiplayer skins. I don't have a lot of skins for the characters, so who cares? Jack can use his multiplayer skin because he's the only one. Everyone else doesn't need to have one. JD Phoenix, Del Walker. I didn't realize Walker was his last name. That's fine. Mutators enables this to enlarge heads of all enemies and allies. Active reload. Enable this to change what happens after a successful active reload. Get a free ammo on a successive active reload. Reload only happens on a successful active reload. Oh, wow. That would make this game really hard. The gun would jam a bunch. Ooh, maybe. Execute enables this to activate execution rules. Down swarm enemies can only be killed through executions. Play as a drone. Headshot explosion enables to change what happens. Confetti grenade. Heads explode, damaging nearby enemies. That could be cool. Enable this to change how your health regenerates. Cover only recovers while we're in cover. Regenerate health only when dealing damage. Out of combat regenerates health only after a combat encounter is done. Oh. Regenerate health only while in cover or when dealing damage. This could be something interesting. Recover health only when you're in cover. That would basically just prioritize us to always be in cover no matter what. We should almost always be in cover anyways, so... yeah, let's try this. Melee resistance juvies. Enable this to make juvies harder to kill when melee. Juvies take less melee damage? No. Enemy modifiers. Enable this to change enemy damage or health. Enemies deal area, shock damage. Vampiric. Enemies heal when dealing damage. Freezing. Enemies deal freezing damage. Enemies leave a poison pool behind when killed. Enemies regenerate health after not taking damage. This can make for longer combat encounters. I mean, they should ideally be regenerating health if they're also in cover. This could be cool. Low gravity on death. Enemies float up in the air when killed. No, that's fine. Total ammo. Enable this change to how much ammo you can carry. Reduces total ammo available per weapon. Increases total ammo available per weapon. Is there any downside to having more ammo for certain guns? We wouldn't be swapping guns back and forth a lot because we have so much kit. Carry double doesn't mean we'll find more. No, let's just keep it at normal. I don't think so. Aggressive enemies. Enable this to make all enemies behave more aggressively. Enemies behave more aggressively. I think we can have that on too. Just enemies are more aggressive. Friendly fire. Enable this to allow damage between allies. Friendly fire. That'd be cool, actually. We've never had friendly fire in a Gears of War game, so being able to accidentally hit your allies would be interesting. Shielded enemies. Enable this so Grenadiers, Hunters, and Scions have an invulnerable front shield. This might make it too hard. No, we'll turn that off. Voiced gun sounds. This enables to replace gun sounds with voiced effects. No. Jack cooldowns. Okay, this enables how Jack's ability cooldowns behave. Screen effects. Okay, so... some people might complain that this game is too colorful. Maybe that is it too? Golden hour, film grain, blue film. Oh, I can make it look like Gears 1. Okay, let's try to see if people like this game better if it looks like Gears 1. I like the modifiers so far. We have to be in cover to get our health back. Enemies will regen if they don't take damage from us for a while. They basically are treated like us. If we do get a headshot at some point, it'll explode and they'll damage nearby enemies. Aggressive enemies are on. Let's have our enemies be a little bit more aggressive. Friendly fire. Yes, friendly fire should be on. Cool. I like all that. Jack progression. Do I want my Jack's progression to carry over? I'm not even sure how far I got Jack to progress in our previous save. So we're going to say no. Let's start fresh from this, too. I don't want to be super overpowered. I think we had that from a previous save where I said I only wanted to play for fun. I think that was in, like, Gears of War 3. I like this. This looks cool. I'm going to keep all this. Act 1. We want to just start the game off from the very beginning. Oh, I don't think it's... Are we going to get the opening cutscene, I wonder? We do. Okay, good. Gears. Cool. Previously on Gears. Okay, that's a new thing.
We used to protect cog settlements. Now we're about to raid one.
Raiding is what outsiders do.
Lieutenant, you've been busy.
Look, our village hasn't had power in weeks. We need this fabricator.
I don't care about the goddamn fabricator. You're taking my people.
What happened?
The short version, the cog is on his way.
You promised me you could steal that fabricator without provoking Jin.
This has nothing to do with a fabricator.
Then what did you do?
Jin accused us of taking her people.
Yeah, whatever that means.
Get the fabricator to the power station and install the inverter.
You realize Jin's coming back, right? We need to leave, now. Mom!
Hey, listen. You need to hide, and then you need to run.
Right. Now that I'm thinking about it, them taking her doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Our village was attacked.
And my mother was taken.
Taken? Dad, you should look at this. Shit.
Guys?
Thought you said you weren't running from the car.
Yeah, that wasn't completely accurate.
We need to get through that fort to the abandoned Osmond mine on the other side. The Cog dumped a few thousand locust bodies in there after the war. If your swarm's related to the grubs, we'll find out there.
They're taking people and using them.
And what if we can't get him back?
Then, I guess we're all alone out here.
We definitely found where they're coming from.
And where those snatchers are going.
My dad's alive and he's down there.
Move!
Yuck.
In that pod. I was in their network. This is all goddamn hive. It's all connected. The locusts never died, James. Kate, your mother, she's alive.
Where is she?
And she's not being treated like the others. Not potted.
I'm released. I'll die. It's okay.
She wanted you to have that.
It was my grandmother's. I never knew her.
Interesting. So, if basically a TLDR of the last game, if you didn't play it, I mean, that's nice. I'm glad that they at least do that to appeal to new people. And then the opening cutscene actually, this opening credit scene actually kind of plays into the first cutscene for the first part of the campaign, which is really cool. Now that I'm thinking about it, it doesn't really make a lot of sense why Kate's mom would lock us away and prevent us from helping them take down the swarm when they attacked the village initially. Maybe Reyna knew who they were and what they were here for. I'm not sure how she would know, but... Also, Jin's rationale for wanting to stop JD Dell and Kate, thinking that we were taking their people, doesn't make a lot of sense either. I mean, if she was even remotely smart, she would have known that we weren't kidnapping people. But, I don't know, sure, I guess. Opening credits scene kind of demonstrates what happens when someone is taken by the swarm. They get crystals in their blood, how it mutates people. The swarm is treated more like an infection and less like a military army that the Locust used to be. Kind of reminds me of the Upside Down, actually, with all the tentacles and all the mutations that it does, and how it, corrupts individuals. Kind of like how, God, what was his name in who was the main bad guy in the latest seasons of, the Stranger Things? This kind of reminds me of, that. Ooh, I like this filter, actually. This filter looks really cool. Nice.
Kate is not ready for this. She can barely keep her eyes open.
Don't worry about her. She'll be ready.
Looks like we've been folded back into the COG military again. This filter makes this... I'm actually kind of excited now with this filter. I mean, it really does make it look like it's Gears 1.
Welcome to Azura.
Nice. The front of the emblem looks like interconnected details and worms, and the back is just a solid piece.
When's the last time you slept?
Last night. Got a good 8 or 9 minutes in.
Nightmares?
Does it get better?
It gets tolerable.
He would know. I really like this filter. This filter really makes it I think this makes all the difference, because yeah, this game looks like it is just Gears of War 1, and we're just doing other stuff.
Alright, let's see what we got.
James, Dell, and Kate look like they all got folded into the COG military finally. They've all joined up to fight the swarm.
Come on, time to hook in for the drop.
So who's jumping first?
Definitely not you.
Del, I'm fine, okay?
Sure you are.
You weren't even clipped in, dude. You were just gonna jump.
Oh, shit. Thanks, Del.
Definitely not you.
We're outgoing.
That's a pretty good line. You're definitely not jumping first, because you're not even clipped in, lady. She's so tired. She's making mistakes.
Hey, coming!
Hey, we got a new robot, too. COG is implementing more drones again.
Alright, Control, we're going in.
Control? Really? I have a name. Control.
Regs are regs, Bear. I mean, Control.
And we're already breaking enough of them as it is.
What Jin doesn't know won't hurt her. This is my call, all right? If the First Minister doesn't like it, she can yell at me. Which she almost certainly will.
Just tell us where to go, Control.
I'll do my best, but remember, no one's been in that facility for 25 years.
Yeah, that's pretty evident.
You're not there to buy a timeshare. You're there to launch an old Hammer of Dawn prototype.
And your intel says one of the silos is still intact, right?
Yeah, as far as they can tell. Just get Dave to a functional control room. He'll handle the launch sequence.
So with the war with the swarm going as bad as it is, we have decided to launch a Hammer of Dawn satellite. And the only place where Hammer of Dawn satellites even exist anymore was Azura, which is where we were at the end of Gears 3. This was the massive research base that was out in the middle of nowhere on tropical island. They were meant to restart humanity from this place. It would be surprising if how Baird got most of the world working again, as he probably took all the technology that was here and helped jumpstart his company and the resettlement efforts and the rebuilding process for all the cog settlements. One of the only things that are probably left here that's worth taking, like he's suspecting, is a Hammer of Dawn satellite. This filter that's over the game is really cool, actually. I really like this. I am curious. Can I... Oh, difficulty, because we never got a chance. So there's beginner, intermediate, experienced. Let's go with experienced. Kill cam. I was just initially curious. Okay, field of view. We can increase the field of view to 100%. Versus multiplayer frame rate. Audio, key bindings, accessibility, colorblind mode. Easy navigation. I wonder if there's any kill cam, aim assist, disable yank. I'm wondering if there's like tutorial hints on HUD health omen type immersive simple. This is fine. Okay. Sure. I wanted to change the difficulty anyways, and then we'll put it on intermediate, which is like what, hardcore. Yeah, let's have fun with this. This will be a very interesting game. I really like the filter. The filter makes all the difference. It really makes it look like it's kind of like post-apocalyptic stuff, like it was in Gears 1. They did a really good job with the filter. Nice. We're not going that way.
Dave, pulse.
I didn't even know what that was. I just did. Whoa, it's getting...
Light.
I was saying it's getting really dark now, where I can't even see anything.
Remember, big locust burial site in this island. We're hatched. We're gonna be waist deep in swarm.
This is one hell of a way to come back to Azura.
Yeah, but we get those satellites up, we can fry the storm from orbit.
Hey, get back!
Oh, shit!
What the hell?
I need to search a place that's falling apart.
Quickly. Come on, we can use the ledge.
So it looks like the entire island is falling apart.
Baird's plan to launch a satellite from here? It seems a little half-baked.
Well, half-baked plans are kind of Baird's specialty.
How Baird even figured out they had a hammer satellite here?
My father, before he died, he let Baird in on a few cog secrets. And this island, it has plenty of them.
Right? He handed that bear that data disk, and he said, I want you to look at all this data that we have on everything, and I want you to understand what we had to do and what we wanted to do. A lot of cog secrets are on that data disk, I'm assuming, as well.
Hey, over there. Could be useful.
Aim and hold X to have Dave fetch a pickup.
Dave, fetch.
That's always useful. Have the little drone come bring us our stuff from a distance. More frag grenades. Give me that ammo. Very useful, right? Why not? Anything else? Not really. We got a Lancer, Nasher, Snub Pistol.
Didn't expect there'd still be bodies.
Only a handful of us made it off Azura alive.
There were COG here. There were COG forces guarding Azura before we showed up, like Onyx Guard. So yeah, there was some fighting here. And again, we couldn't retrieve every dead body off of this island. We had to kind of leave in a hurry to restart civilization. And because this part was already falling apart when the Locust and the Lambent attacked, there was no reason to search this area. Ooh. Welcome. Wellness advisory poster. You are worth this. Only you can ensure humanity's future. If you're experiencing anxiety, doubt, and guilt, counselors are available 26 hours a day to speak with you. Yeah, a lot of people were guilty being handpicked to come to Azura because they were leaving a lot of their family and friends behind.
Okay, let's go.
It was a big secret, right? Because if you're getting handpicked by Prescott to come here, you're going to basically drop everything you're doing and just disappear. And a lot of people had issues with that because they're leaving behind their friends, their families. And here, you're living like a luxury lifestyle while on the mainland, you were struggling. Physics engine is really good still, too. Look, that was pretty cool, actually. Not bad at all. You can just drop guns, too, if you just hold on the D-pad. You'll just drop it. I didn't even realize you could do that.
Guess who? Dave, send a pulse and let's see what we're dealing with.
So, unlike in previous Gears of War games, we are using our drones far more tactically, and they actually have special abilities. So, pulse. We can see around corners. I don't think you can crouch in this game. I think you just walk slowly.
I'll take care of this one. Okay, let's put him down. Get into cover.
Oops. I meant to try to take him down, but it looks like I messed up on that. Oh.
High ground on the left! Flank up!
Toss a frag if you got him.
Wow, when their heads explode like a frag grenade, it really explodes like a frag grenade. I didn't...
More drones.
Got him.
Let's toss this bad boy.
Frag! Frag out!
Only one left!
I see you. I'm coming.
Nice! Oh, your teammates can actually help you if you get jumped on
All
them.
right, that's all of them.
Baird, confirmed. Azura burial site is active.
Shit. Okay, Condor's in the air. Let me know if you need reinforcements.
We get it handled for now. Delta out. Come on, we gotta find one of those silos. Assuming the swarm haven't ripped them all apart.
Hey, I think we can get down this way.
I forgot you gotta be in cover in order to get our health back.
Dave, fetch.
We can also go... Is this leading anywhere? Oh, there's just more grenades here. I'll take that, Dave. Thank you. Come on, man.
Dave, fetch.
There we go. Now we'll lift this up.
Shit. Sorry.
Kate, these headaches.
I'm okay, all right? Let's just find a silo.
For the record, you don't seem okay.
I'll live.
Just getting headaches from something? plot point for
Too many
later.
active hives. Everywhere we go, another burial site's hatched.
All the more reason to get the hammer of dawn alive.
Let's hope Jin sees it that way.
We need the Hammer of Dawn in order to burn out the the swarm hives from orbit. Be much more useful than trying to tackle the hives on foot, in person, or even sending like an army of robots to fight them.
Grenadier, get back!
Hey, Paul!
Jeez.
They're coming out of that nest!
Gotta get a frag in that thing! I got him!
Just showing off. Kill 10 enemies using a weapon with a custom skin.
Alright, got them all.
Nice. Guys, we're in a silo. Baird, we found one of the silos, but it's wrecked.
Well, there's two more. One of them's still operational.
Hope you're right. We ended the war once on this island. When we get this hammer satellite up, we can do it again.
That's the idea, old pal. Control out.
I guess they desperately want the hammer satellite operational so they can actually use it to put down the giant swarm nests. They are good ideas. It is a good idea. It goes horribly wrong, obviously, because that's just what happens in these games, but you'll see why.
So, straight's not an option. How much rocket base is even left?
Let's find out. You guys go right, Marcus and I will go left. We'll find those silos.
Sounds good. Stay in contact.
You sure about this?
2 silos, 2 paths. You got a better idea?
Alright, we're splitting up like we classically always do. Half of Delta goes one way, half of Delta goes another way. There was 3 hammer satellites here, so let's see if we can find the last 2 that are still alive. Looks like our Lancers actually have buttstocks on them now, finally.
This looks like some kind of an exhaust tunnel. But is it from a silo?
Only one way to find out.
Looks like Jack is aiming at wherever I aim at.
Juby!
Where'd it go? Are there more?
Just keep pushing on!
see like the bullet hit markers when they actually land in the target when you aim the Nasher shotgun. That's really cool.
Okay, that's all of them.
Now, let's figure out how to get out of here.
Retro Lancer again. We'll keep a traditional Lancer for this part of the playthrough at least.
All right, looks like this sluice gate's our way out. Dave, can you get this open?
Man, you know what? If they want to turn this place into a hive, let them. It's an isolated island hundreds of miles from shore.
Uh-huh. Let's just make sure that happens after we leave.
He just put a little like tracker robot on it, and it cut it himself. Usually they are the ones that rip the doors.
Going down. So much for a silo.
Nah, let's just keep a Lancer for now.
Yeah, under here. Man, we got company.
James, we're above you.
I see you.
We can provide support from up here if things get hairy.
Just tell us who to target.
While aiming, press L trick to mark them. Once combat begins, your squad will prioritize targets.
Get that drone first.
Got my target.
Take out that drone first.
Okay, now!
Toss a frag! Close it up!
Hey, pull! Focus fire on that drone!
Shot.
Come on!
you more up here. You two push ahead.
Copy that. Watch it, swarm. Oh shit, carrier. Control, we can use those reinforcements right about now.
Condor's almost within range, Delta. Okay, kid, reinforcements incoming. I've got Guardians or DR1s. What do you want?
Guardians.
You got it.
Initiating suppressive fire. Antisocial behavior will not be tolerated. Unit suppressing target.
Got it.
Area operations is now secure. Thank you for your assistance in this matter.
Jeez.
Hey, Control, that carrier's down. Thanks for the help. DVs, one of you secure the area. The other's with us. Let's go.
Acknowledged.
I am covered in so much swarm gunk, it is crazy. Me and Del are both covered. I don't know if this is just like the slime those like little nemesis things give off or what. Where like our armor is like brown. I think we're telling the... It looks like it's slowly clearing off our armor, which is really cool. Looks like we're telling one of the DBs to stick around here, but the other one to come with us. Which is cool, we have some backup.
Nope, locked. We'll have to find another way to open it. Dave, check that pen.
You can hack into data panels.
Whoa, Delta. What the hell did Dave do? Got a lot of strange data here. Top secret stuff.
As far as I know, he's opening a door.
He's doing a lot more than that.
Well, either way, the door's open. Thanks, Dave.
So, that data Dave just downloaded? There's a big hole at the highest security clearance.
How does this relate to our mission?
It doesn't, but now I need to know. I'm guessing whatever's missing was pulled from the network.
Well, who'd have the authority to do that?
Back then, only the facility commander. Find his office and poke around.
Okay. We'll go.
Access the commander's office.
Scanning immediate area. Detecting inferior pod technology.
Oh, come on now. That's just mean.
Maybe we'll try the Retro Lancer, actually. Ooh, our skin immediately gets applied to it. That's cool.
Lieutenants, it is a pleasure to serve alongside you.
Oh, me and Del both got our old ranks back. We're both lieutenants once again. I can barely see in here with this filter on. Holy hell. Can't imagine what it looks like. I'll have to maybe mess with the settings to make this game look a little bit brighter.
Comments, concerns, please call or write to the Ministry of Settlements.
Dave, fetch.
Some sort of crazy final stand over here by the looks of it. Definitely looks like a final stand. I think this is when Mira and her locust were breaching here. Cut it with a knife.
Found something here.
He's holding like some sort of data pad. Looks like just a cog armory.
All right, let's find that office.
Put this to good use.
Dave, pulse.
It's hard for me to see anything in here. Holy hell.
Shit! Scion! DB, take it out!
Damn it! Diddy! We just lost our backup! Hang on, I'll be right there!
Shit! I'm hurt!
Oh crap, we can get hurt really fast in this game.
Hey, pulse! Wreck the Scion! I'll take that. You're blind. Ah, there. Done. Now let's find that office.
What does a facility commander's office even look like?
I don't know. Think a big door, nameplate, maybe commander written on it.
That's a fair response.
More of their dialogue is making me think that, like, oh, they're like, oh, Dell's kind of being a little clueless again, where he's like, what does the
Del,
company
commander's
commander's
office
thing
is
even
through
look
here.
like?
This door is locked. Dave, try that vent. See where it goes. So, Baird once lost data, huh? What does it even look like?
Well, I mean, if it got pulled from the network, it probably got stored on some kind of external drive. Nice one, Dave.
All right, Commander's office. Let's look around. Dave, get this open. Gotcha. Hey, Control. Good news. We found the data drive.
Appreciate it, Delta.
Hey, know what we'd appreciate? Some backup.
What? Where are you?
The silo, we found it. And they're all over us.
Oh, shit, we're on our way.
The UR won't stop until the menace is defeated. Oh my god. Why would they even still have posters like this here? Come on, Del. Need you to help the boat pry this open. Quickly, 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 quickly.
Now this will do. Shit, not this way. Nope, dead end. Ah!
Hold near explosive crates to pick up and refill explosive ammo and grenades. Oh, this is specifically for boom shots and stuff like that. Good.
Oh shit, they weren't kidding!
Man, we leave you guys alone for 5 minutes!
Yeah, it's goddamn hilarious. Just help us clear him out.
Oh crap, I was trying to shoot, but Dave was in the way. Dave, you ass. Move. You're blocking my view, dude.
Oh shit, they weren't kidding!
Man, we leave you guys alone for 5 minutes!
Yeah, it's goddamn hilarious. Just help us clear him out. All right, control room's clear.
Nice of you guys to show up.
Oh, no problem. Is that rocket intact?
It is, believe it or not.
Good. Then find a port for Dave to plug into. If it checks out, he'll initiate the launch.
It's all yours. Control, you're in. Start the launch sequence.
Pressurized. First stage. Opening silo doors. Error. Error.
Delta, we have an issue. The silo hatch. It's not opening.
Of course. I knew that seemed too easy.
Baird, options.
Bug out. Glass doors aren't going to protect you from an exploding rocket.
All right, then we call it. Let's go.
Hydraulic external power to on.
No! We get that hatch open.
What?
Kid, listen to your old man. You got to get out of there.
Damn it, we came here to do this, so let's get it done.
Ignition test commence.
We kind of need the hammer. There's also just nowhere to go.
Dave, with me!
Ignition. Engine 1.
God damn it, James.
I have got to learn to stop following you.
Yeah, good luck with that. Let's get that hatch open.
I gotta learn to stop following you.
So what's our plan? I don't know. There's gotta be a manual override near the top. Find our way up. Bat!
We gotta get across the gap!
Ignition, engine 3.
Oh, and frag! Bring it down, Dave! Dal, how many engines does a rocket have? Usually 4. Okay.
Ignition, engine 4.
Oh, come on! Up there! Pulse!
Coming in here was not your finest idea, man.
Trying to climb up.
Got it!
It's raining goddamn juice.
Help me out here! This isn't good.
Oh, there we go. That was just a cutscene. I was like, where are we going?
15 seconds to launch.
Gotta go!
10 seconds to launch.
There's no time! Come on!
Leave him, dude.
Punch it!
No! Dave's still out there!
Who gives a shit? He's a robot.
That's not his fault!
1.
Gotcha!
Liftoff.
Who gives a shit? He's a robot. Who cares? It's like you can replace him. You can build a new Dave. You can't build a new Dell. All right, we got one of the rockets off the island.
Unbelievable.
Sam, we're ready for extraction.
The look of Marcus's face. He's like, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Disappointed that you disobeyed me and you decided to take a huge risk. But come on, Marcus. You used to take risks when you were his age too, doing crazy shit for the cog. Oh, chaps. Oh, this is the old Ophira Plateau. And then behind that giant, massive wall is the new Ophira Plateau, where the modern-day cog is.
Welcome back, kids. Oh, one thing. Kim found out about our little vacation to Hammerland, and as I predicted, she's not happy. Now that she's done yelling at me, she wants to yell at you. All of you.
Roger that, Control. Come on, time to face the music.
Now that she's done yelling at me, she's gonna want to yell at you, all of you.
James, how about I see Jin first? I'll calm the storm before you brief her.
I'm sorry, is this Sergeant Phoenix being diplomatic?
You can call it what you want, but we're at war, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. We all have to be on the same page.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you think it'll help, then sure.
Wish you'd have been this willing to listen back at that silo.
Hey, it worked out, didn't it?
Listen, James, word of advice. Stop trying to prove yourself. Just do the job.
Dad, I took a necessary risk.
Necessary means you have no other option. That wasn't necessary, and you know it.
Aww.
What was that about? What do you think? Same thing it's always about.
Hey. You know it's just because he cares, right?
Yeah, well, you know a hell of a lot more about him caring than I would. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna go inside. Come on, Dave.
That was a shitty thing to say.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry.
The thing is, you two are more alike than either of you want to admit.
Yeah, even the new characters are even aware of how shitty your dialogue is and how badly you're disrespecting your dad. That's not a good sign.
What? That's it? I thought the new satellite would automatically link to the old ones.
It cannot find them. Without regular scheduling from telecommand, tracking accuracy degrades.
Thanks a lot, Iris.
Your vocal sentiment does not match your word's literal meaning. Thus, you are not actually thanking
Please stop
me.
talking. So, I still can't find the other Hammer of Dawn satellites. On the plus side, I accidentally invented an AI that understands sarcasm.
Here, that data drive you wanted. Maybe it'll help.
Find lost satellites? I doubt it. But I'll take a look.
Wait, hang on. Did we do all that for nothing?
Oh, it'll fire. But with only one working satellite up, it'll be tough to control the beam. What's wrong with Dave?
Dave had a few problems.
What kind of problems?
He took a rocket afterburner thruster.
That kind.
Oh, I know I'm gonna regret this. Everyone, meet the new Jack.
When the hell did you have time to build this?
When did I have time to build this? This is what I do. I sit here making stuff you guys don't appreciate and inevitably break.
Okay, so what's different about him?
Whole new range of behaviors. Improved scanning, augmented combat, and support modules. He's literally one of a kind. And he's all yours. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a bazillion 40-year-old satellites to find.
Damon, there are only 15 missing satellites.
Thank you, Iris. More sarcasm to add to your growing library.
He didn't even want to hand him
Before we begin,
over.
Damon, the combat module you brilliantly designed is now ready. My use of brilliantly was intended to be sarcastic. Did I succeed?
Follow me. You'll want to equip this new module ASAP. It'll make Jack combat ready.
Oh, I'm gonna dig this.
He has like the Halo Reach like skin on him as well that makes him look like he's all cyberized. The arm doesn't match for whatever reason. I'm not too sure why. Anyways, guys, I mean that's gonna be it for this part. I mean it's gonna be a real short episode just because we talked a little bit near the beginning. In the next episodes, we'll try to get through most of the chapter or Act 1. Again, it's crazy that Baird looks so much like Adam Phoenix now that I think about it. He has like the shaved head, like the small beard or whatever. It's weird because he used to have a full crop of like blonde hair. I wonder if he started going bald or something that we're just not aware of from something in the books or whatever. But I mean, I dig it. And even again, Marcus and James are talking back and forth. Marcus is berating James, telling him that, hey, you took an unnecessary risk, because unnecessary means you had no other choice. But, like, you're just being reckless to be reckless. It's like you gotta stop trying to prove yourself to whoever, whether it's me or Kate or just to the COG or whatever. Like, stop trying to prove yourself. Just get the job done. And I think that's something he's trying to impart on his son, that, hey, you're taking unnecessary risks, and one of these days it's gonna bite you in the ass. If you keep doing your own thing and don't listen to people telling you what to do, like it will come back and bite you. And he knows from experience, because him following his own him following his own way and him making snap decisions and him just listening to what he thought was best got him in a lot of trouble when he was younger. It's what initially got him thrown into the slab because he disobeyed orders and went to go save his dad, and he made that as a snap, rash decision. And he's echoing what he said like even he's echoing what he should have done back then, where like he made unnecessary an unnecessary decision. It's like, no, you didn't make a necessary decision to go save Adam. Like, you made a rash decision. Necessary means you don't have any other choice. And Marcus at that point did have a choice. He could either have obeyed orders from his commanders and done his job, or go rescue his dad, which ended up getting a lot of other fellow Gears killed. And in the end, I'm not even sure what would have happened if Marcus's dad had been captured by the Locust. He probably still would have been able to build the light mass countermeasure device. Probably. I'm not too sure, actually. I'm not too sure what would have happened. I don't think the Locust would have been able to synthesize something like that. Yeah, probably not, actually. But, you know, he's always held himself to a high standard ever since that happened, and he's just trying to impart on his son that you need to sometimes just stop acting so impulsively and just, like, get the job done. Like, we're here to find Hammer of Dawn satellites. We found one, yes, but you took a big risk when it felt like you didn't have to. I mean, it pays off in the end, but again, he's still trying to impart on his son some wisdom. And even James made like a backhanded compliment to Kate, saying that lately he's been giving you way more attention and love than he's been giving me, like, over my whole life. And even she's like, that's a real shitty thing to say. Like, you know, he only berates you and constantly questions you and is trying to teach you stuff because he cares, right? That's just what fathers do with their sons. They just try to do that, and it's like kind of like a double backhanded compliment, because she doesn't have a dad. She only had a mom, and her mom is dead. And like, yeah, he clearly cares about you more than he cares about me. And he's like, that's a real shitty thing to say about your dad. And I'm like, yeah. And again, I kind of see why some people like hate the new people, because they just talk so disrespectfully to the older crew. But again, it's that, you know, not even teenage angst, because he's an adult now. He's in his mid-20s. It's that, you know, just the younger generation not understanding what the older generation's been through, and them having a pretty sheltered life by comparison, so they're not nearly as jaded or hardened like Marcus and the rest of them are. Also, Baird, I totally forgot, not only did Baird build autonomous soldiers, like robots, he built autonomous free-thinking drones that are combat and technologically savvy enough to help us out in the field. He built the automation for the settlements to have them build their stuff on their own. He built like some sort of weird nanomachine fabricator units that we were using in the last game, but in this game, he built an artificial intelligence, an AI that helps him with his computational stuff. Barrett is like incredibly smart. It never dawns on us in the previous game just how smart he is and what he can do when he's given the resources that he really needs and wants to build stuff really cool. But this guy like basically built the world. He's almost like Tony Stark, almost, where he's just built some crazy stuff. And and they were coming out of like the Stone Age basically, because they lost almost all of their technology at the end of the Locust War. They lost cities, they lost manufacturing, they lost everything. I think the only thing we had left was whatever was left on Azura, and then from there, well, that place was initially built to rebuild society. He like was able to, and then the Locust and the Lambent came there and wrecked a bunch of stuff. And even with that, he was still able to go back there, and he was able to go back there and then turn everything from all that crap into what you see now. It's amazing how much stuff he got done in like 25, 26 years. I'm not sure how long this is after Gears 4. I'm gonna say it's maybe a couple months to maybe a year later of us trying to deal with the Swarm. And Kate, Dell, and James are all part of the COG military. They are officially soldiers in the military now. I mean, there's no reason not to be soldiers in the military, because they're not going to go back to being outsiders. They need to rally with the rest of the COG forces, and they need to consolidate what power they have left. And I'm assuming they all understand that working for the COG military and being part of them again is like their best option for this, which is great. I'm glad they all decided to do that. It obviously doesn't work out later in the game, as we'll see when we get further into the game. You'll see why it falls apart. But it's good that they all saw the practicality of doing so. There's a lot of good lore. There's a lot of good, stuff that's happening in the game so far, and that was only just Act 1, Chapter 1. So in the next game, we'll try to finish up the rest of Act 1 in the next episode after we're done talking, and maybe we won't go over so much stuff, but I'm really having a good time. This is why I really like these games. They provide some great context for what's happening. I might mess with the modifiers here in a bit to make them a little... I might change them and mess with the settings so that it might be, cleaner to play on. I might turn off some of them. I think the health, the exploding heads is a little much. I think we should turn that off because it's turning it... I don't want that on necessarily. Anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed the episode, if you enjoyed my rambling at the beginning and at the end of this episode, be sure to leave a like. I really like the Gears of War lore. I like breaking down relationships in the games, especially when the characters in question I'm really invested in. Be sure to subscribe because we're going to be doing a lot more Gears of War. By the time this comes out, we're probably approaching the release date for... I think it's going to be like... for Space Marines, I think we're getting really close to that release date right now, so this will be kind of a nice companion piece to that game as well. Be sure to subscribe just because you don't want to miss when we do that playthrough either. I think I'll be getting the edition that gets us a couple days early access, so we can record the gameplay for the campaign for sure. And yeah, I'm excited for that as well. Anyways, guys, I'll leave you guys here, and I'll see you guys all in the next episode.